Now, normally, if I was looking at a Eurasian Lynx back end, I might think it was Beauty, the Eurasian Lynx. But instead, we have Miss Kimba here today. Hi, Kimba. You like to do that move too. Are you happy? Look at that lynx tail go. Hi, Kimba. Hi, Kimba. Thank you for the headbutts and for showing me your booty and that happy lynx tail. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another live post here at the Wildcat. Looks like we have a little bit spotty internet, but we will hold out hope, Miss Kimba, because you're being oh so sweet right now and making your live post debut. Carrie saying hello to me and Kimba the bobtail booty. Kimba bobtail booty, that is correct. Hi, pretty lady. Are you munching on some grass? Oh, yeah, that's some good stuff. Such a cute booty, Nancy Hodel says. I think so. I remember seeing Kimba do this for the first time, and I laughed because this was, prior to Kimba, a very trademarked and patented sort of reaction from Eurasian Lynx Beauty. But it seems to be a Eurasian Lynx thing across the board because Kimba loves to show us her behind when she's happy. And of course, that happy twitchy tail. Cheryl, she is another salad eater. Hi, pretty. Munching that grass. I think sometimes there's a misconception that cats might not be feeling well if they're eating grass, but if you have cats at home or even dogs at home, you know that sometimes they like to take a little nibble, and that's just what Kimba's doing. Hi, pretty girl. Thanks for sitting with us. She just plopped down on her side. Happy to say hello to everyone. Marcy, good girl, eating her salad. She's getting her greens. She's getting her greens. And Judson will be joining me here in just a moment. He was getting some scent enrichment for Kimba. Kimba! And it looks like she might be going to check that out. She's like, what do you have for me? What'd you get, Judson?
I just, nothing too fancy, Olivia. I just have a bag. I added some cinnamon in here, and these are personally some of my favorite. The cats obviously love them too. But two kind of crepe paper rolls that bounce and unravel and always offer the cats a good time.
Perfect. I can smell them from here. Let's see if Miss Kimba takes interest. Did she go into her indoor bedroom?
She very well may have. I have hopes that perhaps she'll come out here and join us.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just give her a moment.
I'm laughing, Olivia, because I just saw Rio walking this way. They're in Kimba's bedroom.
Okay.
Kimba had taken one of her chicken pieces and dropped it inside of her water bucket. So they're inside replacing her water, so she was just given access inside. She's probably giving it the old 1-2, and I'm sure she'll circle back out here.
Well, since we're back here, do you want to just take a quick stroll
Coco,
and then maybe...
Coco and Cine are right across the way.
All right,
here.
let's go see.
Yeah, Cine is right up on her platform here. Obviously, we've been able to town, and cat moves are a part of that. Coco and Cine temporarily in a quarantine area, along with many of the other hybrids in temporary areas. Hey, handsome.
Hi, Cine. Hi, Coco. I didn't mean to sneak up on you.
Oh, Savannah-y of Coco, too, to kind of offer a little bit of a hiss. And Coco does have some neighbors next to her, so we might see her kind of focusing her energy elsewhere. She has another group of Savannahs. Thor Jr., of course, the one and only. And that's just her brother. That's just her brother. And she's looking at her neighbors and is feeling a little bit wondering what those other Savannahs are up to. And
well, we won't put any more pressure on you, Coco. We'll keep moving. But yes, like you were saying, Judson, other Savannahs next door.
She says, I'm used to seeing one spotted cat, not three of them.
And I like to put it that she's the boss lady. She's the boss lady. Those neighbors are boys, so she's got Cine.
Little Bella over here.
I don't even see her.
She's right down in the corner, actually. She's also
right there. She's
out some of the Savannahs.
Checking out her neighbor.
Hey, Miss Bella.
Hi, Bella. Are you checking out those boys too? Yeah, pretty gal. Let's see. I've been neglecting the comments here. Lots of people excited to see Kimba. Ellen Simmons was asking if Kimba is taller because her legs look super long. I'd say that she's really just a lanky teenager. She's about as tall as Beauty and Aria. Aria's pretty tall, but no, I wouldn't say any taller. Just very lanky.
Very lanky, yeah. She has got quite the limbs, but still very indicative of Eurasian Lynx, and she's obviously got that summer coat too. And in the nicest way, our lynx, certainly transition into those summer coats. And I, like I said, in the nicest way, Tammy, I think, described it perfectly. Very coyote-like with their summer coats.
They do.
So a little scraggly, a little kind of, the coats are a little thin looking, but that's just their summer coat. So she very much has her summer coat is how I look at it too.
I like that comparison, the coyote comparison. And we're back with Boss Lady here. She's changed her point of view now.
Well, yeah, she says, well, I don't mind the company of people, so I'd like to be near people, but I also want to be alert and attuned to what's happening next to me. And of course, her poor companion, Cine, may be finding that some of that is displaced on him, but it's never anything than a little
just a little tiff.
Yeah, just a little tiff like we saw earlier.
Chizzy, that's great to hear, saying that he watched your YouTube video about Catio Town, Judson, and it's an awesome job that you did with that video.
Thank you, Chiz. I appreciate that. Exactly. We made that live on our YouTube channel today. We're really kind of a top to bottom of what Catio Town is, the small cat crisis that we're facing here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and then what we're going to do about it and how you can help us with it. So glad you checked that out, Chizzy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that video is really great for describing what's going on with and why Catio Town is important to us here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. What do you think, Judson? Do you see a young Eurasian lynx checking enrichment?
Also, I'm remiss. I, of course, brought scent enrichment for Kimba, but I know that Bella loves scent enrichment too, so I'll go grab
some for Bella. Okay.
Too.
I will keep walking towards Kaya and Bogart. We can go say hello. Ashley also saying that the video from Judson was great. I thought it was a great job too. Catio Town is a very exciting project, but it's the first of its kind. So it's a lot of information. It can be a little confusing. And so resources like that are really, really helpful. Chizzy, you saw Oreo on the Catio Town video. Yes, he was helping out with some planning. I love that clip of Oreo marching up on top of all the Catio Town plans with Tammy and the architects. Hi, Kaya. Let me come this way. And Bogart, you're hanging out in your shift. You want to say hello? Phyllis, is that Kimba? We visited with Kimba at the beginning of the live, and then Judson was going to go check in on her. We dropped in some, so hopefully we can circle back around towards the end of the live, but we did get Miss Kimba debuting on a live post today, but we are with Bobcats, Kaya, and Bogart right now. Hi, Miss Kaya. Pretty girl. Speaking of summer coats, you are looking very, very slim and beautiful. Looks like Kaya and Bogart have shed that winter undercoat and are ready for summer. And like Judson was saying, all of our colder weather species, which I would count lynx to be, bobcats to be, which they're going to blow when the weather gets warmer. And so there's been tufts of fur flying around the sanctuary. I've been seeing lots of hair in the wind, even the tigers. Nova on a live post the other day, we got a good view of her scratching her ruff and hair flying everywhere. While we're marching around back here, the internet is a little inconsistent, so thanks for bearing with me as we go say hi to these bobs back here, because I love checking in on Kaya and Bogart. These two have such a sweet, newer love story, both living independently, and then recently, within the last few months, we tried them together, and they have really blossomed into a sweet friendship. And Miss Kaya and chasing some birds, huh, Kaya? Yeah, pretty lady. Well, Kaya, I'd love to hang, but I think there are greener internet pastures elsewhere. Oh, but thank you for the purrs. Thank you for the purrs, Kaya. That was a good way to end our visit with you. We will keep marching around. Chizzy asking if the sky is clear today. It is beautiful. It is very blue. Some clouds in the sky, but it is a clear sunny day, I would say, or partially cloudy day. Definitely warm. All right, I'm seeing Judson, so we'll go check in on that scent enrichment that he's placing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, say hi to Kimba again. But if you missed it, we said hello to Eurasian Lynx Kimba, who we haven't had on a live quite yet, right at the beginning of this, and she was giving us some nice views of her booty and her beautiful lynx tail, and so I'd encourage you to go back and check it out.
It was good to see Kimba.
And now Bella.
Brief, well relished.
Yes. And what did you give Bella here, Judson?
Bella received a one-of-a-kind, state-of-the-art cardboard tube with some added perfume. Simple, but effective for a cat like Bella.
A luxury for cat, for sure.
And so, I just sprayed a little perfume on my finger and rubbed it on the tube. And so Bella is off to the high heavens to enjoy some scented bliss. Did you get to see Kaya and Bogart back there?
We did. The internet was a little spotty, but we got some purrs and grumbles from Kaya, which was very sweet.
Good.
So.
Yeah, it's admittedly, I'm happy that we're getting the type of service we're getting on today's live. It certainly can get a little choppy back there, but glad you got a dose of those kiddos.
Yes, for sure. Little bits and pieces. What do you think, Bella?
She says, yeah, I'm just doing my thing. And I'll double check. Unfortunately, I didn't see Kimba come back out, but we can always, Olivia, I love it. We got to see some kind of medium cats yesterday. Maybe we can just kind of keep with that theme and jump over to Wildcat Pines for a bit.
I agree.
So hang out with Bella while she keeps enjoying herself.
I will.
Especially good to see Bella enjoying herself. I'm sure we probably updated afterwards, but Bella gave us a little bit of a health scare a few weeks ago, and she's been doing awesome in her quarantine habitat since.
Yes, Miss Bella. I love Bella. She is a get-along gal. She loves observing her neighbors. She always has a keen eye for things, and she just loves to be in the mix of things. So this is a good spot for her to be up in quarantine with lots of fun neighbors. Savannah's next door now, but usually a little bit of a rotation in that yard. And Serval Rio on the other side of her, right behind me, Bobcat Essie. But while we hang out with Bella, I'm going to catch up on these comments because I haven't been very good at that this live. Kathy saying that you'll have to see the repeat later so you can see your sponsor, Kitty Kimba.
Hey, Bella.
Any news on Kimba, Judson? Any
Kimba,
sightings?
Rightfully so, is marching to the beat of her own drum today.
That works. That works, Bella.
Bella knows a little bit about marching to the beat of their own drum.
Well, I think we should go with your idea.
You can probably shoot over, maybe see Copper, Archer.
I like that. Bella does look a bit floofy, Ellen is saying. I was commenting that Kaya definitely has her summer coat. Bogart too, and Bella, I'm seeing glimpses of it, but still looking pretty fluffy.
Yeah.
She's a fluffy bob, though.
She is, and Bella's also a little bit older, too, so as the cats get older, and might be a little bit harder to be as efficient as a groomer as they were in their younger years.
Exactly. But still looking good, Bella.
Oh, well, of course. That's not to say not, Miss Bella.
We have a request from Kathy for Bonnie and Clyde today. I think we could make that happen.
We will. We'll come up to Copper and Archer here, and we'll take a left and go over and see Bonnie and Clyde.
Any Bobcat boys?
The Bobcats, Archer, and Copper are not elusive because they're afraid of humans or anything like that. They're elusive just because they have the opportunity to in the type of habitat they have here. I do see Copper up near the shift. My first spot, Olivia, too, is always up in the tree where we are. And then
Let's see.
Arthur is a big fan of the tube over there, so we'll see if maybe I call the shop before we even got there.
Let's see the moment of truth. You nailed it. You nailed it. There he is. Hi, Archer.
Hello, handsome. He says, I like the tube a lot.
Yeah, he does. You were exactly right. That's funny. Hi, handsome. What do you think? He's like, oh, you caught me at a bad time. Henyatta asking if we'll see Beauty today. Beauty does live kind of far away from here, as Ellen said. And also she's getting some patching done on her fence today. So no Beauty, but hopefully soon. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll certainly be kind of checking in on all the rescues as this kind of summer's coming into form here. It's just so green, and it really is time to just kind of reestablish all of the cats here on the live post as we move into the summer months.
For sure. We'll be seeing more of them, and you'll be seeing more of them, which is exciting. Let's see, Archer, what do you think? So good to see them so active today, Phyllis said a little while ago. I know, lots of cats are active today. I feel like it's the perfect temperature. It's around 60, not too hot, not too cold. We'll have those temperatures for the next week or so, which is very nice. All right, Archer. I just got a notification for the internet connection, so I'm taking that as my cue to keep on moving. Let's see. The grass is looking pretty tall, Ellen. We've had some mowing teams out here, which I feel like is the official sign that the grass is growing. But it has really shot up over the last few days. Truly, overnight. I feel like it was brown one day and then green the next. And we're starting to get those really beautiful summer photos with the tall grass, the cats in the tall grass. And look at Sarge and Morgan being nosy Bobcat supervisors. And I'm trying to see what they see. Oh, that would be a caretaker. They see a caretaker. They're like, where's my food? Where's my food? Morgan here. And Sarge on his back legs over here. Look at him. Well, Sarge, you probably don't want to hear this, but that was too cute. Too cute. We'll keep moving. John saying, did she mean fluffy or floofy? A word in cat talk, haha. Well, floofy would work too. Oh, this is what we're looking at. It is food. We'll stop by our other Eurasian lynx, Miss Aria. Aria, we were just checking in with your neighbor, Kimba. I think this would be a good compromise for Beauty. 2 out of 3 Eurasian lynx. I'll take it on the live today. Debbie Sams, hello, first of all, and saying that Sarge is trying to see over the grass. He was.
Sarge!
He's checking in. He's checking in on his neighbors and all the fun food things.
Sarge is miniature but mighty, Debbie.
Miniature but mighty. And they're going to feed, I see.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool.
Okay.
I was kind of walking over here, and I was just placing some of the Cine enrichment for Bonnie and Clyde, and they're actually doing some feeding here, so maybe we can kind of lurk in the back and see what's happening here.
Mondovi, you are ready to go.
And I will also admit, Olivia, that it is prey day. We feed a variety of diets here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, some of that being non-living game, and today the cats are getting whole quail. So just respectfully, we won't get too close or show you too much of a graphic view, but still worth acknowledging that. Oh, and this will be fun to see this group over here.
True.
Coming out. There goes Fiona.
I know.
But yeah.
That's a good point, Judson. Yep. Some things can be a little graphic for social media, but we do get questions on if our cats get organ meats, bone, or even whole prey. And the answer is yes. We just don't show it all the time on social media because of the nature of the situation. But like Judson said, this is not live game. This game is already passed and ready for the cats. So that is what they're enjoying today out here in Wildcat Pines. Is the slow eater.
Lloyd's the slow eater. And Olivia, why don't you kind of describe what Bruno, Lloyd, and Fiona, what type of things they enter here for their meal?
So these are called lockouts.
Hi to Lloyd too.
These are called lockouts, and this system is really, you can obviously see their large right behind. Act kind of a dog crate to be. Sort of like for your dogs at home, but with cats living in multiples like this, especially the smaller wild cats that are very fast with their paws. They can eat their individual meals in these lockouts. Everybody gets the portion that they need. Caretakers can get a good eye on them, make sure everything looks good. But another reason why this is super important is it acts as a crate training sort of tool as well. So if there were ever an emergency or if we have a vet day, we need to ask the cat to be crated, having a lockout system like this gives them the tools to do something like that without sedation. So lockouts serve multiple purposes, and as soon as the cats are done and everyone is good to go, they are released back into this free roaming habitat where they also have 24/7 access to those temperature controlled indoor spaces. And Lloyd is Savannah, living with Servals, as many of you know, but he too goes in the lockout. He's a big boy just like everybody else here, so he is part of that same system. And here we go. And Lloyd now has access. There you go, Lloyd. Good job. So they just finished up their coil. You might have heard Olivia, our animal care intern, mentioning that there is a system to how the cats are released just to keep everyone happy and feeling not pressured as they leave their spaces after a big meal like that. So Fiona went first, Lloyd second, and Bruno last.
Well, and also cool, Olivia, you know, there's just so many different things that are, look at Bruno taking his time.
Keeping one foot in.
You know, just you know, we only have so many opportunities to point out the kind of level of detail that our interns and staff pay attention to. And we can walk up and hang out with these two. But Fiona had left a few scraps in her lockout. And so if they were to let Bruno and Mr. Lloyd out, perhaps there would be a tiff over those scraps. So another thing that they did, just kind of on top of what you were saying, is make sure that lockout was clear. To make sure that there would be no arguments over leftovers.
Exactly, and I think that's another argument for why lockouts are so useful, because there are going to be leftovers. Of course, there's going to be scraps. They are not thinking about being clean. And so, by having those lockouts in those enclosed spaces, caretakers can keep everyone happy, keep those scraps in a contained area, and make sure everybody's getting what they need to get.
Look at how green it is.
I know. Talk about tall grass. Someone mentioned tall grass earlier, and here you go. Yep. It looks like summer.
I saw one of our caretakers getting some weed whips gassed up and oiled up. So the weed whips are coming out. The lawnmowers are coming out. With all that rain that we've had, it's been green, a green avalanche here.
Faith saying another one of your sponsor kiddos, Bruno and Kaya, on this live. Thank you, Faith.
Kira Miller says, seems like eating whole prey items would light up the cats' brains like nothing else could. And truthfully, it really does. That's, you know, we kind of talked about the food chutes and why we wanted food chutes. We want the cats to have larger food pieces to enjoy. It helps enact that prey drive. It helps them. Well, it elevates what we call the wild at heart experience, and it's the same idea with the non-living prey. I cannot count on both of my hands how many gleeful bobcats and servals that I see clutching the whole prey, and they will clutch it and hold on to it, and just that, before they've even given their meal or been eating the entire meal, is giving them so much of that satisfaction, and I can only imagine how mentally stimulating it is too. So here, that's exactly right, Carrie.
Exactly. Ashley, your sponsor boy Bruno too.
Yeah.
Thank you for being such an awesome sponsor. I'm glad we could get Bruno. They have full bellies. I love how they're sitting here in the sun. And that means we get them on a live post today, which is super special. Lloyd said, well, as soon as you said that, I think I'm going to go move around.
Because I'm going to make sure Bruno didn't leave any scraps
Exactly.
Here. And speaking of sponsor parents, I know that we wanted to check in on Bonnie, and so we'll be able to go and buy our most food motivated cat. So even with some of the caretakers lurking around, they still might be pretty tuned in on the people, but we'll go and say hi regardless.
All right. Do you know if they are still in their lockouts, Judson? I'm not able to see.
Yeah, you hang out with these two handsome.
All right.
These two handsome men, and I'll go find out.
And us to Judson's. It's true. I think that really speaks to their wild genetics, and they aren't domestic cats, and so you're going to see those wild instincts come through, and that's why the specialized care that we offer here is so important. Most of our hybrids get raw diets, as long as that is what's best for them. But yes, that is true. You'll see the hybrids do that same behavior. Faith, that is also correct, that Bruno's been known to hunt mice on lives. I've seen Bruno catch mice before. I've seen him chase snakes. He's really agile. He can move very, very fast. Hi, dude. Yeah, we're talking about you. And how you're good at watching birds and catching mice and even chasing snakes. You're quite the hunter. How Bruno has 3 legs and he gets around so well. I mean, you've seen it on this live, how agile he is. And like we were just saying, he catches mice, he catches snakes, he runs around this habitat, he plays with his buddies. So I don't think that your 3 legs are holding you back from anything, Bruno.
And I kind of imagine like a cartoon boing, boing,
yeah,
boing
exactly.
every time Bruno walks around too. He certainly is something to where, Bruno's able to do a lot. And as Bruno ages and grows and matures here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we're going to be certainly making sure he's staying comfortable and adding extra steps, doing anything that we would need to do for a cat with special mobility needs like him. But for right now, he is a marathoner, just like the rest of our 4-legged cats.
Yeah, he moves around quite well. The tripod triple threat Bruno, Carrie Miller says, Master Hunter.
Bring,
there he goes. Oh, Bruno. Going to find a sunspot, maybe?
Yeah, he says sun, maybe some shade.
Shade?
I think Fiona's somewhere around here.
Probably.
I can go and find her.
Well, why don't we keep moving
and Bonnie
then?
And Clyde are done finishing.
Okay.
They're kind of singing the tune that I thought they would be doing. We can look at them across the way. They're looking at their caretakers, wondering why they didn't bring them extra quail today.
And of course, that's Bonnie there with the one floppy ear, and Clyde.
There's Mr. Clyde, little Clyde cameo, and Bonnie and Clyde being rescued from right here in Minnesota from a Minnesota breeder, and Bonnie and Clyde being 2 cats that didn't have much. Well, actually, there are obviously 4 cats. There were 5 cats, rather, that were a part of that rescue. All of them essentially coming from conditions where they're being kept in a very small area. They were receiving little to no veterinary care, and they were just having food dropped off to them. So their relationship with humans was one of expecting food. So you can't blame Bonnie and Clyde, even after they've had their meal, that they're going to still be pretty attuned to what the humans are doing.
Yeah, exactly. That was their entire life before. This is drastically different. Lots has changed, but sometimes those patterns stick with you, huh, Clyde?
Hey, dude.
Hi, Clyde.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
Barbara asking if that was Boston Bruno. It sure was.
You bet, Barbara.
And we hung out with him for quite a while. We got a good look at Bruno, so I'd encourage you to go back if you have the time. Look at that.
From Bonnie.
A Bobcat bounce, I know. Very nice job, Bonnie.
And so, yeah, they just finished feeding the Wildcat Pines area, so now it's time to go around, top off waters, maybe clean some waters. The cleaning does happen not on a daily basis. Sometimes it can be twice a week, and so maybe they weren't cleaning the outsides of this of Wildcat Pines. Perhaps they'll be inside, but kind of is just kind of the motion of the ocean here at the Wildcat Sanctuary: feeding, cleaning, placing enrichment, and just making sure that we're doing the best for our rescues.
And Kathy saying, very excited that you got to see your sponsor kiddos. Yay. Glad we could catch them for you.
Yeah, I love these too. They're certainly cats that always put a smile on my face. Bonnie and Clyde are a little, in the best way possible, kind of a devious duo. And Bonnie, I think, is the chief operator.
Yes. And Phyllis pointing out that all 3 Bobcats have really blossomed from that rescue, including Kaya. And that reminded me that we've seen all 3 on this live today, which is exciting. So Kaya was earlier, Bonnie and Clyde now, so super special. I do think that Bonnie is far more mischievous than Clyde.
Clyde's a little bit
far more.
He's along for the ride. But how fitting with their names.
It is, I know. Bonnie, it's very fitting.
Bandits for sure. Well, cool, Olivia. We've kind of painted the sanctuary red, at least the top part of it.
Yeah, we have.
Started out with Kimba, the Eurasian Lynx. Got to jump over and see Cine and Coco for a moment. I think you went and saw Bonnie and Clyde, or not Bonnie and Clyde, rather.
Kai and
Bonnie
Bogart,
right here,
yeah.
Kai and Bogart. And then we've just kind of been circling around.
Yeah.
Bruno, Lloyd. It's good stuff.
Anyone else? Anyone else out that we could say hi to?
Aria and Mondovi are in their lockouts now, so they're eating.
Then maybe we'll just wrap up on Bonnie here. She is so beautiful.
We can walk over and say hi to her.
Let's do that. Miss Bonnie, doing an after meal groom that we see our cats at home do. Gotta stay clean, huh?
Hey, Miss Lady.
Hi, you.
Hey, Miss Lady.
Yeah, we were talking about how mischievous you are. She says, who, me? Yeah, exactly.
No way.
No way. Not me. I'm perfect. Perfect just the way I am. And into that indoor bedroom she goes.
Mr. Clyde. Hey, handsome. You staying or going?
He says, why are you two chit-chatting when I'm trying to take an after-meal nap?
Yeah.
And Bonnie, too.
Hey, Bonnie, life is good, pretty girl.
Alrighty, well,
Sweet.
that was a good little roundabout, like you said, Judson.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's good to do a little sanctuary stroll. Certainly be talking plenty of Catio Town on our social media pages today as well. But great to get some fresh air. I really enjoyed that.
I think so. Well, I don't want to end on this. We'll end on you, Judson. I'm turning around the camera.
Okay.
Wave goodbye to the people.
All right, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned today. We're going to talk construction updates on Catio Town. We're going to talk Maximilian. We're going to feature one of our hybrid rescues. And just keep on sharing all that's happening here at the Wildcat Sanctuary.
All right. Thanks, Judson. And thank you all. Bye, everyone.